It's a big deal when a magazine goes over 5,000 issues. We'll find out why Farmers Weekly keeps ploughing on. We'll also show you an extraordinary hidden camera campaign that highlights the plight of war-hit Syrian children. And a global view on advertising from a leading French network. No surprise on Africa being the last unconquered brand frontier. A very warm welcome to Mags on Media. Now, for more than a century, Farmers Weekly has been the go-to agricultural guide and lists, I'm told, Trevor Manual, Gwede Mantashe and even the late Nelson Mandela as avid readers. I will confess it is my preferred airline read. Who can resist on a flight to Cape Town? Articles on artificial sheep insemination and how to breed goats in the cold. But here's the important issue. How does one keep a publication with over 5,300 issues under its belt as the best in its category? Joining us now on Mags on Media is the editor, Alita van der Walt. Welcome. Thanks very much for talking to us. 100 years, I mean, that is an astonishing pedigree. Do you know how the magazine started?
Yes, the story goes that John Roderick, he later became a legendary livestock auctioneer. He walked across the street in Bloemfontein to the Friend newspaper publishing company with the idea of starting a farming journal. Obviously, to advertise his services, and he convinced the board. They said, yes, sounds like a good idea. So 15 March 1911, 20-page issue, saw the light, and it's just been going strong.
And it's still going strong. Just for the record, I wasn't there at the start of the magazine. Alita, at its core, what do you guys set out to do? What's your core remit or your core mandate here?
The missionary statement set out in the first issue was that the magazine is there to further the interest of South Africa's agriculture industry, and that's what we've been doing ever since. Political parties came and went, advertisers came and went, but that's what we stuck with, and I think that is why we are still relevant.
It also talks to the power of speciality titles in a very depressed print market. You make the point, and the correct point, that as mainstream newsrooms are downsized, when you have speciality interests, magazines like yours become increasingly more important.
You need people to understand the context. So if you're just writing about landform, it's easy just to report on what is happening, but you need to sketch the broader context. And when you look at the insights, the analysing an issue, that's where you need the speciality writers for.
Is it tough to find those speciality writers?
Definitely.
How do you do that? I mean, let's be honest, I mean, writing about agribusiness and agriculture, perhaps not necessarily the most exciting thing to do in journalism.
You'd be amazed.
Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it is.
You'd be amazed about how many people are interested in agriculture. So we currently have an ex-dairy farmer writing for us. She's been sending her CVs year after year saying, I want to work for you guys. And you look at the CV and you think, this person doesn't have any writing experience.
And knows about cows, but not necessarily about writing.
At the end of the day, we took a chance, and you learn. I mean, writing is something that you're either good at or not, but the knowledge of agriculture and understanding it.
Well, Alita, leading on from it, is there a specific style of writing that the publication has?
We need to be accessible, easy, understandable English. So if you look at our readers, you find someone who's either very knowledgeable about agriculture, but you'll also have someone who's just interested in agriculture or just a start-out farmer, and he needs to understand what he's reading.
You've taken it, 5,300 issues on into a completely different space in journalism. Technology, social media, I would imagine, has become increasingly important. But is your readership embracing that? Do they need that type of journalism? By the way, I follow you on Twitter.
Slowly but surely, connectivity is still a problem in rural South Africa. So many of the farmers don't have access to the internet, but they do have smartphones. We also find that the online community is slightly different, especially our Facebook followers are different community than the magazine. You have lots of people sitting here in office jobs following us on Facebook, liking the photos of the prize-winning bulls, because they have this interest in agriculture.
Yeah,
so,
these are not the blue bulls that we're talking about either. Final question for you. The famous hitching post. Is that still a key part of the publication? And if so, why?
It is.
Yeah.
The letters,
You look a little cynical here.
it's very funny. I started out doing layout, and
Yeah.
one of my tasks was doing the hitching post, and sometimes the letters coming in can be quite humorous. But it's relevant. I mean, we have success stories of people getting married while meeting on the hitching post. I think in this day and age, finding someone who has the same interests and someone, you think you trust the publication, so you trust the readers, and maybe thinking you'll find your soulmate in that
I
way.
sometimes think it's the best part of the publication. Alita van der Walt, editor of Farmers Weekly. Good luck. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's move from magazines to music now. And it's not only the print medium that is under pressure. Digital music download sites seem to be getting the upper hand in the bitter battle for ongoing sales. You'll be aware that music retailer Look and Listen was put under business rescue some weeks back. Now, rival Musica is hoping to curb the download trend through a new television campaign urging consumers to buy some CDs again. It's called When Words Fail, Music Speaks.
What are you doing here?
Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes, I can see it in your smile. You're all I've ever wanted, and my arms are open wide, 'cause you know just what to say.
The ad was shot by Bioscope Films. The creative agency was FCB Cape Town. Let us know what you think of the ad on our Facebook page. Just ahead on the programme, who came out tops at the recent Sunday Times Top Brands Awards, and a hidden camera campaign captures the warmth of humanity.